Hello everyone, a very pleasant welcome to you all in my class, in the class of accountancy, where we were dealing with the concept of dissolution. That is a very important chapter of term 2 accountancy, which contains and holds the concept of partnership and also identify and ensure the maximum collection of marks in your term 2 examination. And students, dealing this chapter, we have already told to you that what is the concept of dissolution, and apart of that we have discussed that major accounting treatment related to the dissolution. Students, under this chapter or in this chapter we have already discussed that what are the major aspects that should be recorded in the books of accounting and how the recording of these transactions took place in an organization. So let us come to know that how the major accounting treatment that took place in an organization during the dissolution will be recorded as per the double entry system. So as we have earlier discussed that accounting treatment of dissolution in a partnership firm may categorize under three categories. That first one is realization account, second one is partners capital account, and later on we will deal with the bank or the cash account to dictate the transaction related to the flow of finance, and the procedure of dissolution has been identified before you as in the form of recording of book value and realized value of assets, where it has been discussed before you that the realization made in three different situations, where it may be sold, where it may be sold to the outsider partner or taken by the partner, or sometimes it is exchanged with the exchange by any outside liability. So I hope the entire concept is very much clear to you. And similarly, we have also talked about the recording of book value and realized value of some outside liability of the organization. And now we are going to deal with the accounting treatment related to realization expense in various cases. Realization expense in various cases. So let us talk about the accounting treatment of realization expense. First of all, let us talk about what is realization expense, and later on we will deal with the various situations. So ultimately, it could be said that realization of expense means the expense of or the expense or the payment of the person who is engaged in the dissolution process. ओके, डिसोल्यूशन में जो एक्सपेंस या जो पेमेंट हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बियर करती है उसे हम रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस कहते हैं। अब जो रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस होती है उसकी पेमेंट अलग अलग तरीके से अलग अलग सिचुएशंस में होती हैं। तो आइए एक एक करके हर एक सिचुएशन के बारे में जानते हैं और देखते हैं कि कैसे उसकी अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट होती है। ओके, सो कंडीशन नंबर 1, when the realization expense is borne and paid by firm. Here the word borne refers to the obligation that has been taken by someone special. अगर किसी ने ऑब्लिगेशन ली है तो उस कंडीशन में उसकी अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट क्या होनी चाहिए? उसकी अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट उस पार्टी के लिए होनी चाहिए लायबिलिटी के रूप में जिस पार्टी ने उसकी ऑब्लिगेशन ली है। यहाँ हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने ऑब्लिगेशन ली है तो लायबिलिटी उस पार्टनरशिप फर्म की होगी जिसने ऑब्लिगेशन ली है। तो ऐसी कंडीशन में अगर रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस की ऑब्लिगेशन फर्म ने ली है और फर्म ही पे भी कर रही है तो ऐसी कंडीशन में जो एंट्री होगी that will realization expense or you can say realization account will be debited to bank account and the relation will be the realization expense paid by the organization. But in case when realization expense is borne by the firm but paid by partner, then it is deemed that the liability of the firm has been settled by the partner. In that case, the partner's capital will be mentioned here as due to that none of the payment is have to pay by the firm. जो भी रियलाइजेशन का खर्चा है वो रियलाइजेशन का जो खर्च है वो हमारे पार्टनर ने उठा लिया। तो ऐसी कंडीशन में उसका कैपिटल उस रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस की वैल्यू से इंक्रीज हो जाएगा और इसीलिए हम पार्टनर्स कैपिटल को क्रेडिट करेंगे। इट मींस द एंट्री विल बी रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू partner's capital account and the partner who had paid such amount will be credited there. And when we talk about the third condition where the realization expense realization expense is borne and paid by पार्टनर के थ्रू जो है बॉन्ड भी किया गया हो और पेड भी किया गया हो तो ऐसी कंडीशन में हम जो एंट्री है वो एंट्री करते हैं एक्चुअली दैट no entry will be made in the books of firm because the partner is entitled to pay. The partner is entitled to pay, and he paid by his own amount. So this transaction does not reflect the books of firm, and therefore there should not be any recording in the books of firm in this regard. But when we talk about another situation where realization expense is borne by partner but paid by firm, then in such situation the accounting treatment will be partner's capital debit to bank account, and the narration will be paid that being realization expense paid on behalf of the name of the partner, because since the partner is entitled to pay the realization expense but the actual payment is made by the firm, therefore due to the payment the cash of bank balance will be decreased, and due to the same transaction the capital of the partner will reduce, therefore the partner's capital will be debited. I hope the concept is very much clear to you. Another very important situation that sometime firm pay a fixed amount when firm pay a fixed amount to the partner, and he settled the realization expense, then in such situation the firm mention the partner's capital account in debit, and ultimately to bank, or we can say that the firm actually pays the realization expense, and therefore the realization account will be debited. And since it is paid by the partner, then the partner's capital will be credited here. So these are the entire situation when the firm actually pays the amount of realization in various modes, and the entries in such situation take place as per the rule of double entry system. हमने देखा कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में किस तरीके से इसकी पेमेंट होती है, इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग होती है, और किस तरीके से डबल एंट्री सिस्टम के बेसिस पे इस रूल को फॉलो किया जाता है। आइए एक बार फिर से कॉन्सेप्ट को कंक्लूड करते हैं और इसके बाद एक प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन की हेल्प से इस कॉन्सेप्ट को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि कैसे रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस की रिकॉर्डिंग अलग अलग तरीके से अलग अलग सिचुएशन में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन करती है, जहां जो हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है किस तरीके से रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस को फेस करती है. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द एंटायर कॉन्सेप्ट अगेन. As you can see that these are the situation where the realization expense took place. अलग अलग सिचुएशन की बात हम एक बार फिर से समराइज तरीके से करेंगे, उसके बाद एक प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन लेंगे. जैसे हमने देखा कि पहली कंडीशन में जब रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस को पेमेंट करने की ऑब्लिगेशन और एक्चुअल पेमेंट दोनों हमारे फॉर्म ने की, तो ऐसी कंडीशन में रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट को डेबिट किया और बैंक को हमने क्रेडिट किया. लेकिन अगर जो पेमेंट है उसकी ऑब्लिगेशन पार्टनर फर्म ने ली लेकिन पेमेंट पार्टनर ने की, तो ऐसी कंडीशन में जो एंट्री हमने की दैट इज रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल, क्योंकि लायबिलिटी तो एक्सपेंस तो हमारी फर्म में एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है लेकिन उसकी पेमेंट हमारा पार्टनर कर रहा है, तो पैसा तो जा नहीं रहा है. सिंपल सी बात है, पैसा अगर नहीं जाएगा तो बैंक करेंगे नहीं. लेकिन अगर हमारे पैसे की पेमेंट हमारे रेफरेंस से किसी अदर पार्टी ने की, उस अदर पार्टी के नाम को हम क्रेडिट करेंगे एज you can see that the name of the partner. इसके बाद हमने तीसरी कंडीशन देखी कि when the realization expense is borne and paid by the partner, जब रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस को देने का वादा किसी पार्टनर ने ही किया हो और वही पे करे, तो ये जो पेमेंट की एग्जिस्टेंस और उसकी सेटलमेंट की जो एंट्री हो रही है that will made in the books of partner, therefore no recording will made in the books of firm. But if the partner is entitled to pay the realization expense but on behalf of him the firm paid the expense, then the partner's capital will be debited to bank account, because on the same basis the partner's capital will reduce and ultimately at the very same time whatever the payment is made by the firm on his behalf, due to that the bank will reduce, and if the bank will reduce the bank will be credited, and ultimately at the end when the firm pay the fixed amount to the partner to settle the realization expense, in that case again the realization expense whatever the charge, that doesn't matter, whatever the value that the firm pays actually, that value will be debited by the firm and partner's capital will be credited with the same value. अगर मान लेते हैं कि हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हमारे फर्म के डिसोल्यूशन का खर्चा 20,000 आ रहा है, ठीक है, और फर्म का खर्चा जो है हमने 20,000 दिया, लेकिन जो रियल अमाउंट है, जो रियल सेटलमेंट हो रही है हमारे डिसोल्यूशन की, वो मान लीजिए 15,000 है या 25,000 है. तो ऐसी कंडीशन में ये जो वैल्यू है एक्स्ट्रा रिकॉर्ड हो रही है, एग्जिस्ट कर रही है, इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग हम नहीं बल्कि हमारा पार्टनर करेगा. हम जो है केवल उस वैल्यू की रिकॉर्डिंग करेंगे जो हम हमारे पार्टनर को एज अ डिसोल्यूशन एक्सपेंस पे कर रहे हैं. I hope the concept is very much clear to you. Let us take a practical example and came to know that how the transaction of the realization expense exists and how it should be recorded. Let us take a quick question. When we have to pass journal entry for following condition. As you can see the question that the dissolution expense amounted rupees 7,000 is not identified, that paid by whom. So it is an implied sense that this dissolution expense is paid by the firm. It is a implied sense that it is paid by firm, and since it is not identified that this expense has been borne by whom, and therefore it has to be assumed if the transaction is given in the books of firm, and therefore the such expense is borne by firm also. So this is the first situation when the realization expense is borne by the firm and paid by the firm. In that case, when we talk about the journal entry, the format of journal is very much clear to us. That is initially date and then particulars, later on the amount, column of LF and the column of amount. So the same format will be implemented here also, and ultimately the entry for the first situation, when the expense or the realization expense is paid by the firm and it is borne by the firm also, then for the first situation it have to be assumed that the entry will be made as whatever the payment will be credited in the column of in the name of bank and will be debited as on the basis of realization account. So this is very much clear to you कि realization expense डेबिट टू बैंक जो है अल्टीमेटली जो वैल्यू हमारे realization की होगी वो 7000 थी. रिपीटेडली हमने आपका कॉन्सेप्ट है इस पे, इसलिए हमने हर बार जो वैल्यू है वो सेम रखी है. और इसके बाद नरेशन की अगर हम बात करें तो बीइंग रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस पेड ये नरेशन हो जाएगी हमारी. और इसके बाद जो है सेकंड कंडीशन की बात करें हम, जब सेकंड कंडीशन में हमने देखा कि जो रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंस है दैट इज पेड बाय अ पार्टनर नेम राम, बट एक्चुअली it is a implied sense that the realization expense is borne by the organization, because the person or the party from whom it have to be paid is not given, that therefore it have to assume that this is expense is borne by firm. In this case, the accounting treatment will make like realization expense will be debited in the name of realization account as per the rule of nominal account, and the partner naming Ram will be credited there, and ultimately Ram's capital will be mentioned. And the value is very much same as per the question, that is 7000. And in the third situation, when we talk about the condition where the realization expense is borne and paid both by the Ram, who is a partner of the organization, in that case the firm is not entitled. The firm is not involved, therefore the firm is not involved, therefore for the third situation there will not be any entry in the books of firm. And since there is no entry, the column of amount will also be blank there, and we can skip this situation also, and ultimately the recording will be made as this. And in the fourth situation, when the realization expense is borne by the Ram, who is the partner, but ultimately paid by the firm, then since the Ram is entitled to pay and the payment is gone from the firm, therefore the bank balance will be credited due to the reduction in bank balance, and ultimately the Ram from whom the payment is to be collected, his capital will be debited, and ultimately the amount will be mentioned as per the side. So who the concept related to this is this entry is very much clear to you. अब इसके बाद जो है हम ऐसे ही कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रांजेक्शन्स के बारे में जानेंगे, जैसे WCR वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन फंड के बारे में जानेंगे, डिसोल्यूशन के केस में गुडविल, और ऐसे ही कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रीटमेंट के बारे में बात करेंगे। और इसके बाद जो है हम कुछ मेजर प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस की डीलिंग करेंगे ताकि हमें रिलेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट पूरा क्लियर हो जाए। सो टिल देन टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय।